Hello, everybody. Am I visible enough?
Yes, you are visible.
Okay. So we are happy to be here with each and every one of you. Please accept my respectful greetings. And we are going to, sorry for the lateness. We're just a bit occupied, with certain things. Please kindly send the invitation to everybody to join for today's class. Today we are going to be speaking on freedom from the intellect. So before we start today's class, we are going to start with an auspicious prayer. Like you all know what the auspicious prayer is all the time and how the auspicious prayer go. So please, everybody, I want you to unmute yourself. Please kindly unmute yourself and repeat this prayer, after me. So, where are you all? I want to see all your faces. Please, everybody be unmuted. Put your hand together like this. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate
Bhagavad
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Repeat it one more time. Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
All right. Thank you all very, very much for being here and joining us in our live conversation today. So kindly mute yourself, everybody that is joining, wherever you are. Kindly keep yourself muted. We are happy to see all your wonderful, 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 wonderful faces. I'm not seeing your faces. It would be nice to see you all. Can you turn on your camera? Let me see your faces, everybody. Hey, hey, Kekwa, how are you? Hey, hey, hello. Hello. All right. That is AB. Ah, look at that. Ah, Miss Winifred. Hi, how are you? Hey, look at you all. Ah, Latifa too. I see you. I see you too. Mr. Lawson, I see you also. Ah, that's nice. That's very nice. So happy to have all of you here with us. You guys are amazing, amazing, amazing. Your faces are shining. Okay, today we are going to be having a conversation on freedom from the intellect. Like everybody already understand what the intellect is. What is the intellect? That is the machine that we use in cutting and dissecting things. The knife at which we use in surgically operating words that people say, the knife that we use at surgically, understanding or not understanding what people say. It is also the weapon that we use to imprison ourselves. We are all in a big prison, and unfortunately, we use our intellect as the knife or as that which we use to imprison ourselves. So we are going to be having an introspective insight on this particular topic, freedom from the intellect. Since time immemorial, men has always embarked on a journey to want to understand themselves better. Since time immemorial, men have always tried to find a reason as to what to do to make their life better without not complicating their life more. Since time immemorial, men, in the hope of looking for satisfaction and solution to their life's problem, they have always tried to get themselves into so many prayers, so many rituals, so many things as a means to find a reason to live, a reason to exist, a reason to not be affected by the words of people. But in all of this, men has also be a prisoner of their own self, a prisoner of their own thought. Since time immemorial, men have always tried to find the essence of life. They've tried to see where is the soul, that consciousness that is always present. Where does it lay? Where is its abode? Where is the abode of the consciousness? Where is it? Where is that person that is the observer, that observes or is watching at everything? There was an experiment conducted by so many well-recognized scientists some time ago to be able to determine where is the seat of the soul. A lot of people have said the soul sits a little bit around the side of the heart. So many people have also said the soul is around the center part, the cerebrum of the brain. But in all of this search, no one has been able to really give an exact spot as to where the soul is. So this scientist did an experiment whereby he used electricity, current. He opened the skull of a man, and while opening the skull, he applied a little bit of current, electricity, on that particular area of the brain. And instantly the hand moved. And the person is on the operation theater, is on the operation table. The doctor asked the man, who moved your hand? Are you the one that moved your hand? The patient says, no, I'm not the one that moved my hand. I just see the hand just moved like that. Then he said to the doctor, he said to the patient, bring your hand down. When I'm trying to put current on that place, control your hand that it does not come up. And when the doctor applied current more, the hand was trying to come up and the patient brought it down. Then the doctor understand that, okay, this particular side of the nerve, that is where the circuit is, but the consciousness is not in that circuit. It's just the trigger that triggers a certain reaction in the body, but that is not where the consciousness is. Again, he applied a little bit of electricity on the different part of the brain. And this time, the patient on the table was saying to the doctor that he is seeing his mother and his father. And the father and the mother are looking at him. The father and the mother are having a conversation. And he is just looking at the father and the mother. He asked, do you see yourself in this place? The patient replied and said, no, I am not there, but I am just seeing it. Then the doctor came to understand, and he gave a conclusion and says, the consciousness is not in the memory that we keep. The memory of our existence is simply nothing but a compilation of memories. When we get upset with what people say or how people act, what we're really getting upset of is nothing but just memory. That's all. So we don't really have any life problems, the doctor said. Because when you really look at it truly, what is it that we are angry about? Memory. What is it that is the future? The future, there is nothing as a future, the doctor said. The future is an idea that you have of a memory that you are trying to project for your life, which means the future does not exist. The only thing that exists in your life is this moment, right now. That is this moment right now. This is the only thing that exists in your life right now. There is no tomorrow, because tomorrow is an idea. And because it is an idea, you cannot touch it, because it's an imagination of what you think or what you are feeling for yourself. But there is a lot of yesterdays. Why is there a lot of yesterdays? Because yesterdays are nothing but memories you have of yourself. I can tell you, close your eyes and see yourself driving by the seaside or walking by a very nice place. Immediately, that is going to pop up. Because what? It is a memory. So when we get angry with people, we are not getting angry that the individual is speaking. We are just getting angry with nothing but what? Bodies of memories. That was very, very interesting. So the intellect, its duty is to see. The duty of the intellect is to do what? To see, and then do what? Accept what is being seen. Because whatever the intellect is accepting, that is also what the intellect is using to do what? To create memory. Isn't it? That is a fact. Whatever the intellect is seeing, that is what the intellect is using to create memory. That is what the intellect is using to do what? To form opinions. And what is opinion? Opinions are nothing but memories that you have. There is no one that can form an opinion about a person that is not related to a particular memory. Impossible. So every existence of our life, everything of our life is simply nothing but what? Compilation and compilations of memories. Your saddest moment, you don't get sad of a situation of life. You get sad because of a memory. Is it not? It is. So if we are getting sad, not because of a certain circumstance of life, but because of memories, and memories are the arrows at which we use in shooting ourselves. A person is depressed. What is the depression about? The depression is not about what is happening in the now. The depression is about a memory. So our suffering is not based on how life is. Life is always happening the way it's supposed to be. Our suffering is not based on what? How life is. Because what? Life happens and is always happening the way it is meant to happen. Life happens and is always happening the way it is meant to happen, but our suffering is based on the so many memories that we attach to it. We are humans, but we are addicted to memory. We are humans that are addicted to memories, and our addiction to memories are the cause of our suffering. Is somebody understanding me? Am I speaking to people? Our addiction to memory is what? The cause of our suffering. It's the cause of our lamentation. It's the cause of why the intellect, instead of the intellect guiding us in the right way it is supposed to guide us, it is not able to do that. Because we are addicted to memory. This moment is a memory. Your consciousness is observing this moment. Now, I ask you a question. And the question is to all of you that is listening to the sound of my voice, where are you? You are going to tell me, I am in my house. isn't it? I am sitting in one particular location. I am looking at you. I am in London. I am in Europe. I am in Africa. I am in the car. I am here. I'm there. I'm on the street. That is what you're going to say. If you ask you, who are you? You're going to say, I am this. I am from this place. I am from that place. I have these things. I have that thing. So basically, our understanding of ourselves is based on an identification that we have given to ourselves. You cannot exist without an identification that you've not given to yourself. Your identification, which is, I am from this country, I am from this person, and my name is this, I'm from this place, I'm living here, I'm wearing this, I'm this color, I'm that color. These are the identifications that you have attached to yourself, but these are not the real you. These are identification, and these identifications are what? Memories. Memories upon memories upon memories upon memories we identify ourselves with. And these become the source of our lamentation, of our distress in the world and in the society. This becomes what? The source of our lamentation, of our distress in the society, because what? We are a product of numerous memories. Imagine all the layers of memories of identification that you've given to yourself right from the time you were born. All these layers of memories have formed so many things that we see life in such a difficult way. Because what? Layers and layers of memories. But then what does it mean to see yourself as you are? What does it mean to see yourself as you are? What if I tell you that even at this moment you are thinking about something, but you are not that thought? Where are you? The really you? You are just an observer. This event that is happening here, you are just an observer. And that is why a few days after, what is going to happen? Because you're an observer, you can still see it. Because of what? You have observed it. You cannot see what you have not observed. You must you must understand that. So if, oh, I don't know how I came about this. No. It is impossible. You cannot see what you have not observed. So now the question now then is, where is the observer? That soul, where is your soul? A question to all of you. Can you tell me where is your soul? Can you point where your soul is? Yes, Samsung, you are pointing where? Huh? Is that JD? Who's that? Who's Samsung? The song called Samsung SM8346B. Who's that?
A blessing.
Hey, yes, Blessing. So where are you, Blessing? Where is your
Inside
soul?
of me.
Inside of
Inside
you,
of
okay?
me.
Okay, very nice, very nice, very nice. Thank you, Blessing. Where is your soul, everybody?
We're in the mind.
The soul is in the mind. Okay, nice. Thank you. Where? Dorcas says inside the spinal cord. You tried, Dorcas. That's nice. Where is the soul, everybody?
Soul is in the
Who wants to
mind.
try? Soul is in the mind. Okay, nice. Thank you very much. Where is the soul? Yes, Lati.
I think it's in the mind as well, Papa.
It's in the mind as well. Okay, nice. Thank you. Mr. Ellie says it's in the blood. Okay, thank you very much. In the blood. All right. Huma, where is the soul? Akos, yeah, Blessing, Alfred. Miriam, where is the soul? Susie, Ganzaku, where is the soul? Lawson, where is the soul?
Papa, you said the soul is dormant in the body.
The soul is dormant in the body. Yeah.
And we know the mind is always active. So I may be wrong, but I don't think the soul is in the mind.
Okay. Okay. The soul is not in the mind. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't know where
That's
it
good.
is, but I don't think it's in the mind.
Okay. Mr. Owusu said the soul is in the heart. Okay. All right. Thank you. All of you tried. All of you tried, and I appreciate all of you. The soul in our body, by Crash Queen. Okay. Blessing us says the soul is in our brain. Okay. You all tried. You all tried. The brain is the
Baba,
circuit. Yes.
it's part of us. It's energy.
The soul is energy.
Yes.
Okay. It's part of us. It's energy. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. You all tried. Everyone tried. Where is the soul? You that is observing this conversation right now, where are you? The mind is a vast space of consciousness. Consciousness is that which you use in gathering what? Experience. Your experience is what transforms into memories. Isn't not so? Can there be a memory without an experience? Impossible. Your mind is the field of experience. Your mind is the field of experience. Experience becomes memory. Memories become habit. And because your mind is the field of experience that becomes memories and then becomes habit, the soul cannot be there. The brain is the point, which is the highest point of the human body. But the brain is the place of circuit where the wires that move everything is. But then where then is the soul? That consciousness, where is the consciousness? It says the consciousness is as tiny. Like if you pull one strand of hair from your head and you divide that one strand of hair into 100 pieces and you divide it again into another 100 pieces, that tiny, tiny portion, that is how the soul is. So that form of energy, like you all rightly said, where does it lay? Where does it stay? Are you ready for this? Should I tell you?
Yes, Baba, we are ready for it.
That consciousness, that experiencer, that one that is observing everything is in between your breath. The space in between your breath. Every breath you take, there is a space in between, isn't it? Can you take two breaths simultaneously? No. There is a space in between your breath. That is where your soul, which is the observer, is staying. Right now, every moment you breathe and you pause, that is where the soul is. Your soul is in every pause of your breath. Do you know that? Well, now you know. In every pause of your breath, meaning every time you breathe in and there's a little, see, even when you are speaking to people, you don't speak, there is always a pause in between your speech, isn't not so? Now that pause can be longer, can be shorter, but that is where the consciousness is. That person that is remembering, that person that is observing, that is seeing me right now, that is hearing me right now, that is where that person is. So where is it? It is in between your breath, in between the pauses of your breath. You want us to do an experiment? Don't you know, or have you not observed that it is when somebody is talking to you and you decide to stop and you hold your breath for a few minutes, what that person is saying to you instantly comes in, you understand it better? And even when you are speaking to somebody, everything that you are able to remember is in between what? The pulsation of your breath. That is where your soul is. The scientists have tried to look into the head for where the soul is, but they cannot find where the soul is. But the soul is in between the position of the breath, because even when you stop the heart and you stop the heart and you drain the blood out of the body, it's not there. But the moment you pump the blood back into the body and there's no oxygen, which is the breath, there's no soul. So that which carries consciousness is in between what? The pulse of every breath that you take. Do you know that? So to break free from the prison of the intellect simply means to understand the in-depth of how the soul is in between the pulses, is in between your breaths. The soul is not outside, it's in between your breath. Every time you breathe in, there's the soul that is in between that. And it is just there, not doing anything, just observing. So when you are angry, you are upset, you are sad, that is not the soul that is sad. There is never a sad soul. There is never an angry soul. It is just in between the breath. And because it is in between the breath, it pumps a certain reaction in the body. It pumps a certain experience for the body to observe and to experience and to pass through. And that becomes what? Memories that the mind stores. Do you have a question? Any question?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, go
Hello.
ahead.
So can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Alfred.
Yeah, I have a question. Like when you say the soul is in between the breath, I'm a bit confused. Is it like when we breathe in and we're holding our breath? Is it like through the lungs? I'm a bit confused.
In every breath that you breathe in or you breathe out, that is where the consciousness sits. That is where the consciousness, that is the observer, that is where he sits. Your eye does nothing. The beauty of what you see is not in the eye. The beauty of what you see is on what? Based on the experience of the breath. Based on what? The breath that you are breathing into your body. It is the breath you breathe into your body that gives an interpretation to the beauty of what you're seeing. Do you know that?
Oh. Okay, my other question is, does the soul grow?
No, it doesn't grow. It expands.
Okay,
Your breath does not grow. Your breath expands.
I think I'm confused, to be honest.
Okay, I will clarify for you. Not a problem. Just hold me responsible for this question later. All right?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Yes, Miss Lati.
Greetings, Papa.
Greeting.
So, Papa, if the soul is in between each breath that we take, it means that when one is about to die, that last breath releases the soul.
Yes. Yes, correctly. The soul is bound by ropes in between the breath that we take.
Okay. So, Papa, if someone is going into a cardiac arrest, meaning having a heart attack, and they use that machine to can pump back the air, the soul is still there waiting for the person to revive.
Yes, because the soul is locked in between the breath. The soul is not in the heart. That is why you can transplant a person's heart from one heart to another heart. The soul is not there. But the soul is in between the breaths. And you must understand that each and every one of us as an individual, we have a unique pattern of breath. And this unique pattern of breath is connected to our ancestry lineage. Heart can be transplanted. Any part of your body can be transplanted, but the soul is not in any of those places. In the beginning of this conversation, I explained to you guys how scientists have tried to electrocute every part of the brain to find where the soul is. The soul is considered as to be what? The commander of the body. So they've been able to find where the different posts is, but they have never been able to find who is that man that is commanding the different body to act, or to function, the different cells to act and to function in different ways. They couldn't find where the commander is. And I'm telling you right now, the commander, which is your soul, is in between the pulsation of every breath that you take into your body. Imagine how many numbers of breath you take into your body every day. And that is why when you start doing prayers and you start doing meditation, what happens? Your breathing reduces. And because your breathing reduces, then the consciousness, which is the soul, starts communicating with you. Then you are able to start seeing the inner man, which is held bound, is held in bondage by what? The different modes of nature. But in between the breath, in between what? The breath. That is where the soul is. If you are thinking about something, what is it that powers your remembrance? Is it not your breath?
Yes.
True.
If you want to imagine something, what is it that powers that imagination? How strong your imagination is, or how not strong your imagination is, what powers it? Your breath. Now, meaning the breath is powering it means what? The soul is sliding back the pages of memory to see what it has experienced before. Do you understand?
Yes, Baba.
Mm.
Thank you.
Baba,
Any
can
other-
I ask a question? Sorry.
Yes.
You said the soul is in between the breath, and you've taught
Yes.
us that the breath is God within us.
Yes.
So that means both God and the soul lives in an individual's body.
That's a
So
fact.
isn't it possible to tap into that divinity to guide us in living a righteous life?
It is possible. Why do you think I keep hammering it to all of you to learn to breathe properly?
Okay, the breath.
Because it is possible. It is only a man that has control. Any man that has control of his breath is a man that is close to God.
Okay.
Because what? Your soul is in between every pulsation of your breath, which also means that what? The breath is God in you, which means for every information that you are downloading, for you to be able to right now, I'm giving you an information. Information is useless because information is simply ultimately nothing but what? Memory. Is it not?
Yeah.
That's what it is. But that memory only becomes useful if you are able to understand and connect to, to the soul at that point, which means what? As you're breathing right now, all of you just observe yourself. When you're talking to somebody, there is always a pause in between every breath, in between every conversation that you are having with anybody. And in that breath, that there is a pause, what happened? You are dragging some more memories from what, rather left, right. You are like, just bringing information from left, right, center to be able to do what? Converse with people. Is it not? But of course it is. So the consciousness, that which is the observer of every moment, is in between every breath, the pulsation of every breath. And because it is in between the pulsation of every breath, it pumps memories. It helps, it touches the different circuits of the brain. Do like this, function like this, function like that. So the body, the lower part of the body is just useless. The circuit, the brain power, the motherboard is here. The motherboard being here where all the circuit of all the wiring is functioning. And there's someone that is directing it to function. And that person is in between the breath. Do you understand?
Yes, but can I ask another question?
Yes, but of course.
I watched a video on TikTok one time, and it was basically how scientists have come up with some technology about they literally captured an image of the soul entering a mother. So basically, the individuals were in the act of doing what they were doing, and then
Yes.
the image on the camera was a tiny, 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 tiny little light that was going in the mother, and they said that's basically the soul that they've been captured on the camera. I wanted to know more about it. Is that really literally how it happens, or that's just their
No,
own understanding?
No, the soul cannot be captured in that manner.
Oh,
Because it is in the process whereby the mother and the father are copulating, in the process where they're breathing. The parents, the soul don't enter the body of the parents like that. It enters the body of the parents through the breath of the parent.
okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
At that point where the breath of the parent becomes highly increased, they are bringing what? The soul into the body. And that, unfortunately, that point happens to coincide with the period whereby the mother is having her, the peak period of the sexual intercourse, whether, in these two ways, for the father and also for the mother also. Because the peak period where the breath increases is when? Two places, when a sexual intercourse is about to be engaged, when the parents want to engage, when two people want to engage in sexual intercourse, the breath pattern increases. When they are about to finish the sexual intercourse, which is at the point of releasing the semen, the breath pattern also increases. So these two ways are the point at which the soul enters into the body or is released down and goes to the genital side and getting ready to be pushed into the body of the mother. Do you understand?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Any other question? Someone sent a test. So is it around the nose or inside the lungs or in between the pathways of the nostrils to the lung? It is not in any of these places. It is not in any of these places because you must understand. See, you guys should understand why I say that the soul is not in the brain. There are people that are born without a brain and they are functioning. Is it not? Yes, there are. Yes, Lati, just a minute. There are people that are born without brain and they are functioning perfectly. Perfectly. I saw a video of a child that was born and the brain is not there, but the child is, is functioning. So which means what? The brain is just a place of motor circuits. It is not the place where the soul stays, neither is the heart. The place where the soul stays. It stays in between the pulsation of every breath. It is bound in between that place. Yes, Lati, please ask me your question.
So, Baba, the sole main purpose then is to, without us, no, let me rephrase the question. So without us breathing properly, the soul cannot carry out its main purpose then.
Yes, when we don't breathe in properly, then the soul's direction gets, confused. It gets confused. It gets easily, disorganized. And that's why you see when a person is angry, what do you tell the person to do? Breathe. When a person is hyperventilating, what are you telling the person to do? Breathe.
Yes.
Breathe. Breathe. Because the soul is also a consumer of other souls. Do you know that?
I would have figured that, Baba, because you said that the soul lives forever. It's basically a passenger in the vehicle. So from
Yes.
one vehicle to another. So it would have add more than one set of memories.
Yes.
So
So it's a consumer. Yeah, go ahead.
so therefore, Baba, I'm just asking because I just want to feel my knowledge. So
Yes.
therefore, if we breathe properly, be
Mhm.
truthful and sincere, automatically that inner thing that is within us will activate.
But of course. But of course. A lot of people are running helter-skelter to want to have money, to want to do career, to want to do this, to want to do that. But all of these things, where's Miriam? Is she here? Yeah, she's here. Sometimes when Miriam wants to say something, she always say like, when I pray I get better in the future, when I grow up or when I'm in the future, I'm going to do something very nice for you. When she said that, I just like, look at her. She's still young. She does not understand. The future is simply nothing but what? An idea. That's all. There is nothing as a future. It is all just what? An idea. An idea of a memory that we hold in our head. And these ideas keep changing. Do you know that? They say
Yes,
the
Baba.
future keeps changing. What does it mean that the future keeps changing? Because the idea keeps changing. Your ideas keep changing based on what? What is happening in your now. So the most important part of your life, which is why I keep saying, and I've been stressing all through, is that just be here now. Don't be anywhere. Just be here now. Just be here now. Because it is here now that is the most important part of your life. The mind wants to jump to the future because the mind is being pumped with an idea. We like to imagine. The future is an idea, an imagination that we have for ourselves. But if you learn to be properly in the now, which is in this moment, in the now, you arrive at that place that is meant for the soul to be. But a lot of people are so pumped with, I want to be in the future. I want to be. You see, let me tell you one thing about an idea. When you hold on to an idea again and again and again and again and again and again and again, automatically you start conditioning yourself to be in accordance to that idea. Is it not so? So when people say you are what you think about, how can you think about something without not breathing? Can you think about anything without breathing? Impossible. Even when you say you want to hold your breath, imagine, do you know that when you decide to hold your breath, then the ability to think goes away? Have you observed that? When you hold your breath, boom, then you also see what happens. There is no thought. There is no thought. And even if there's supposed to be any thought, it's going to be a thought of a memory that is just going to pump like that. Okay. Do you understand?
Yes, Baba.
Papa?
I do.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
Who
So,
was that? Yes, of
it's
course.
me. So, we know the breath is God in us. So, the soul needs the breath in the body to guide the individual on earth or whatever dimension they're in.
Mhm.
And before the soul comes, the soul has already been attached with its karma and destiny by the universe. So once the soul gets in the body and the person is able to control their breath, comes to the knowledge of how to control their breath to change things. So could that mean that you could literally alter your destiny?
Yes.
That's already been set by the universe. So that
Yes.
shouldn't be accepted then. Because
Yes,
we
because
can't
breath.
break the rules of the universe.
Yes, breath is the key to everything in the universe.
Okay.
What did I say?
Breath is the key to everything in the universe.
Everything in the universe. If you know how to breathe properly, there's nothing in the universe that is not that will not present themselves to you or to your availability.
But
Because is there
wouldn't you say that's unfair,
Huh?
Baba? Wouldn't you say that's unfair? Because if people that are spiritually in tune with the knowledge are able to do that and they're able to alter certain things in their destiny and live well, I don't want to use the word fulfilled, but live a good life, then others that are not able to have access to that knowledge to control their breath as well, to alter things in their destiny, then quite frankly, it's a bit selfish.
No,
Don't you
it's not
think so?
selfish. It's not selfish because the knowledge only gets revealed to you at the maturity of a certain consciousness. You guys
So
are
why
getting
wouldn't
this
the universe make it possible for everyone to get to that level of that maturity of the consciousness?
because of where you stopped in your past life.
So everything goes back to karma again.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those who are the true masters teaches people freely how to learn to breathe. You see, the number one reason why we have anxiety and everything is all because we don't know how to breathe. Even when a man is getting angry, a woman is angry, what is really happening? It's just what? Breathing that is displaced.
Okay.
And because the breath is displaced, it's going to create it creates sensations around the body. Sensation of irritation. Sensation of what? Annoyal. That's all. But it is not, the body is just the one that is feeling the sensation, not the soul. So the breath, that is what powers the body. And if you know how to breathe properly, then yes, there is nothing in the universe that does not make themselves available to you, because what the earth is also breathing. Do you know that the earth is spinning round and round?
Oh, wow, no.
You know, right? The earth is not flat. Everybody know that the earth is round, and it is spinning round and round, and it's spinning very fast. But you cannot perceive that the earth is spinning very fast. Do you know that? Do you know why?
Sorry, no.
Do you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I said the earth is spinning fast, but we cannot perceive the earth spinning. Why? Because the consciousness numbs it for us.
Okay.
But when you are intoxicated or you have vertigo, then you will really know that the earth is spinning.
That's true.
It is not the drinking that makes the man that has drunk to be going like this. It's not the drinking. Actually, when he drinks, then he's able to truly be in alignment with how the earth is moving.
Wow, that's deep, Baba. Because I literally thought, because when you're drunk or a bit tipsy, everything's just going round, and I thought that was due to the alcohol in you. Wow.
No. Just that when he's drunk, that level of gravity becomes zero.
Oh, wow.
You understand me? So when people get drunk or they get high, their gravity, the gravity that is holding the body to remain fixed, whereby you can walk straight on a straight line, becomes zero. And hence you are able to really see the earth and go according to how the earth is moving. So you see a person is moving, it's because what the earth is spinning. We are on a spinning planet, but we think it's not spinning, but it is spinning.
Wow.
Are you understanding? Same also with people that imagine all of a sudden you have, is it vertigo or what's it called, tiredness, and you just start feeling everywhere is spinning. How did that come all of a sudden? Sometimes my wife had it, but she's, oh, my eye, I'm feeling dizzy, I feel like I want to fall, I feel like I want to fall. What is that? That is that point whereby what the gravity level in her, the consciousness switch it off. And hence she's able to feel how the earth really is moving round and round and round and round at the top speed. At a very top speed. That is why children are able to also perceive it, but they're afraid. Babies are able to perceive it, but they're afraid. That's why when they want to stand, they are very afraid to stand. Why? Because what? The gravity level in them have not been activated. You understand? Okay. Question?
Yes, I got a question, please.
Yes, Mr. Fred.
I do remember there was a time that you said when you die and the soul is coming out of the body, is being tied with strings.
Yes.
Which kind of makes it difficult to come out. So if the soul is in the breath, so how does it how does it come out? I don't get it. So is it not in the body then that the soul comes out if
Yes.
it's been tied?
A man that is dying, what does he struggle with?
Breathing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got it. Thank you.
All right. Any other question? Okay, there's no.
Does it mean that
Okay,
we
yeah.
know all the answers, but you cannot express it?
But of course, all the answers are all there, but we don't know. We forget it, so we need someone to come and remind you. And that is why I have come with my coconut head to come and start reminding all of you. Ah, we all know. So yes, the consciousness is there. Every time, observe your breath. You will see, even if you are reading something, to understand what you are reading, you need to breathe. Yeah. The most powerful thing in your body is your breath. Don't play with it. Don't joke with it. Don't waste it also. Because we waste it, the soul is trapped. We should not do that. All right.
Yes, Baba.
Thank you very
Just
Yeah,
just before
it's
you
early.
go off, yes, good afternoon again. I
Good
was
afternoon.
off because I had a little connectivity problem, but I
Okay.
had an experience last night which makes me appreciate life and breath a little bit more. I stooped down doing something, and I think I got up too quickly. And when I got up, I had like you started choking from I'm guessing it's from my own saliva. And I understand the term now when people say your life flashed before your eyes. I was alone
Yes.
downstairs and the girls were all upstairs. And so
Wow.
I'm coughing and I'm stamping. And every time I take a breath or try to take a breath, there is nothing. And I'm conscious that I can't
Yes.
breathe. So I'm running
Yes.
to tell him I can't breathe. And along the way, I'm gasping and I'm not getting, when you choke, there is a
I
little
know.
release and you can cough and you can splutter.
Yes.
That wasn't
Yes.
happening. And so I understand when you're talking about the connection with the breath and the soul. I saw my
Yes.
life because of that split second, those a
Yes.
few seconds for me to run to the step, I could have passed. And so I have a great appreciation now, the understanding of the breath, breathing, and how important breathing is for life and for the soul to remain in your body. So
Nice.
I just want to make that connection.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss. Wilma. Thank you. That's amazing. That's a very wonderful realization the Lord is giving to you. That is
Yeah,
fact. That is the
yeah,
key to everything. And when you have control of it, you have control of your
yeah,
life. Because
yeah,
however sad, unsad, whatever circumstances comes, are nothing but memories of life. And at that
yeah,
point, you will see all the memories start flashing by. So let me give you an example. I don't know if you followed us, if you've come to some of the TikTok live whereby we put people through a past life regression,
yeah.
you will see that they see people, but they don't see themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah,
Because what? You don't really see yourself. Right now, you are looking at me, and I'm looking
mm-hmm.
at you.
Yeah,
So as I'm looking at me right now, you are not seeing yourself. You are just an observer of how my body, movement, facial expression, and all of that. That's all you are.
yeah,
And the observer of
yeah,
every word that I'm hearing, that I'm speaking, you're also hearing it. So the consciousness, the soul, is observing this. And that, because it's observing this, it is now experiencing it inside of itself. And
yeah,
because it is
yeah,
experiencing it inside of itself, it forms it into a memory, like a catalog of memory that, okay,
yeah,
Baba said this. Oh, this person said this. So instantly it comes up. And the future cannot come up because it's an idea. It has not yet happened. It's an idea that you are creating for yourself. So yes, thank you
yeah.
very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. In the absence of every other questions, I am going to end the conversation for today. Thank you very much for joining us this Friday. And we hope to see you next week, Friday. Thank you. And God bless you. To so many of you that might want to go back to the class is available is live streamed on YouTube. You can have access to the class and you can listen to it. And if you have more questions popping up later on, you can send it to us. Thank you very much. God bless you and see you next Friday or see you later on TikTok. Bye. Au revoir. A bientôt. Thank you.